Everyone we induct tonight, you're going to be talking about greatness. And this one certainly epitomizes that. Our next inductee, Jenny Simpson, cross country and track. Jenny Simpson, some might say synonymously, is record setter. She set 7 CU school records alone, not to mention her collegiate, national, and international records as well. And folks, it's not just in one event. Jenny can run any long distance and claim it. Jenny lettered 4 times each in cross country, indoor, and outdoor track from 2005 to 2009. She was a 7-time All-American, 4 in outdoor track, 2 in cross country, 1 in indoor, which included 4 NCAA individual titles, 3 in the steeplechase and 1 in the indoor 3,000-meter run. That's tied for the most in school history in any sport. She's gone on to have an outstanding professional career. We're talking about a 3-time Olympian here for the United States of America, 08, 12, and 16. How about that? Been an Olympian twice as a professional, once as a collegiate athlete. She won the bronze medal in the 1500 in 2016. Something worth noting is that women didn't compete for the 1500 in the Olympics until 1972. So Jenny was the first American woman to medal in this race at the Rio de Janeiro Olympics. Remember how I said record setter? And just so everyone can understand how fast she is, Jenny is the American outdoor 2-mile record holder and the indoor 2-mile record holder. No one is catching her. We're honored to have her here tonight. She is just the 4th person in CU history to be inducted into the Hall of Fame in her first year of eligibility. Ladies and gentlemen, she's now a Buffalo's Hall of Famer, Jenny Simpson.
And I am not done. Our Olympic trials are this June, and so you guys can tune in. I'm going to try and make my 4th Olympic team, and that'll be a fun one for the Buffs. So hopefully I'll give you guys at least a few more years to cheer about. But this feels a little bit premature, only because I know I still have a few more really good years in me. I'm still racing well. I PR'd in a few events this year, set an American record in the 2-mile last year. But I'm going to stick to my script for George tonight. If I start going ad lib, this could take a while. Anyway, thank you so much for this incredible honor. I've had a number of honors in my career so far, but this one feels really special because this one is happening right here at home. There are way too many people for me to try and remember everyone, and there's way too little time, even if I could, to mention all of them. And so if you guys will bear with me, mostly what I want to share tonight is a few of my memories here at CU and a couple of special thoughts. So the first thing is the students here, especially the cross country and the track team, they are totally spoiled now. 10 years ago, when I came here as a student, we trained in Balch Field, which is a far cry from the brand new, beautiful indoor facility that is now built in their beautiful locker room, and they totally deserve it all, but I am a little jealous. But it's been a serious upgrade from Balch Gym. Here, we'll make sure you can hear me. All right. I remember the year, so Balch Gym, very memorable if you were here in my day. I remember a year that we got an incredible amount of snow. It was just before Christmas break, and DIA was shut down for a number of days. So Coach Mark Wetmore told me to meet him at Balch Gym, and my assignment inside Balch Gym was 40 times 200 meters. Anyone that's a runner here, that's terrible. He sat on the stairs and watched silently while I started lap 1, lap 2, lap 3, 30, 31. I think it was with probably about 15 sets to go. The automatic lights shut off in Balch Gym. And we silently continued in near total darkness until I finally finished 40 sets. And I don't know why exactly this is the case, but that's just one of my dearest memories of my time here, just that silent grind in Balch Gym. And then later that same winter, we were getting ready for really tough races. And I had a really hard workout. We're back in school, we're getting ready for the indoor season. And I was doing a solo workout, and my assignment was 3 to 4 times 1,000 meters at some really difficult pace. The whole point of this workout was to really test my limit. And I got through 3 of the 4 sets. And with hands on knees, I told Mark I was done, and I couldn't do the 4th one. His response was, "Prove it." He said, start the fourth one, and if you don't hit the time, that's fine. And of course, that fourth one was the best set of the day. One of my favorite stories, I wish was one of my own, but I'm borrowing it from a friend on the team. The men had a 20-mile long run. It was an out and back, so they run out 10 miles and they come back 10 miles for a 20-mile long run. And one of the guys was really run down from the week and didn't know if he could tackle the whole 20 miles. So he goes up to Mark and he asks, if he can take it a little bit easier, what kind of assignment adjustment he could take. And Mark replied, how about you run out 10 miles and see how you feel? There's a lot of funny Mark stories. I could go on all night, but George, I'm gonna stick to my script. It's clear that we didn't get off easy. I certainly didn't get off easy with Mark. He's absolutely tested the furthest edge of my courage and also my patience. I also remember a long run that I was up at Gold Hill, and this is another one of those dear, deep, fond memories of mine. I had a longtime boyfriend in college, and we had just broken up, and so naturally, I go up to Gold Hill and I hammered through 15 miles up and down the mountain. But when I was done, I was dissolved into tears. I'll never forget that Mark walked up to me. He put his arm around my shoulder. He didn't ask what was wrong, and he just said, you don't always have to be tough about everything. It would be easy for me to come up here and talk about the expected things. For me to come up here and tell you a story about winning an NCAA championship, or making my first Olympic team, or the play-by-play of one of the 7 collegiate records I broke while I was here running in a CU uniform. But I think it's too easy for us to think of those as the important days. What I've really taken away from my 4.5 years as a student at CU is the power of creating culture through the accumulation of those ordinary days. The culture of my team at CU helped cultivate a woman of conviction and courage. I was tested and I was held to a very high standard most days here at CU, so that when I stepped off this campus to be tested as an athlete and a human, I wasn't hoping to find out what I was capable, but instead I had the confidence of knowing exactly what I was capable of. And so, standing up here and receiving this honor, I would like to thank every single person that has played a role in facilitating that journey for me right here at CU. From the people who keep the lights on, to the grounds crew that finds me all over the gym and the track for the past 14 years. I want to thank the administration. I'm basically now a resident athlete. I'm never going away. Thanks for letting me stay. I want to thank the weightlifting coaches, the trainers, the medical staff, my tutors, my professors, my advisors, all the people invited here tonight to sit at my table. You are invited here because each one of you are in some way involved in the daily grind of my life that has helped form who I am today. And mostly, I would like to thank my coaches, Mark and Heather, for holding me to such a high standard, for expecting so much more, and for never letting me off the hook. It has been a challenge, it has been an honor, and it has been totally worth it. Thank you.